Broski, it's your boy Failwell34, and today I'm here with my reaction video to Avatar: The Last Airbender. This one is season 2, episodes number 14 and 15. The last time on the show there was a big drill, pretty dope action piece, just seeing Aang going at it there with Zula and stopping the Fire Nation right outside the walls of Ba Sing Se. They penetrated it a little bit, but they didn't really get through. I thought some interesting aspects were just Aang utilizing earth and water bending, them sort of picking up on metal being a little bit harder to, you know, destroy, since this isn't something they're used to seeing. As well, we got the really cool introduction of the freedom fighters, and Jet met Zuko, which is interesting, and he picked up on who he was, or not who he was per se, but that he's part of the Fire Nation. If you enjoyed this video, then definitely be sure to smack that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. With that being said, let's get into these two. Yikes.
Earth.
Fire. For some reason, the world doesn't seem that big. I feel like it's just like one big continent.
Aang can save the world.
Like, what if there's a whole other side of the planet? There's different types of bending.
Firebenders lose their bending during a solar eclipse. We've got to get this information to the Earth King at Ba Sing Se.
City of walls and secrets. We finally hitting the big city, eh? Ha. They're skating.
Look, the inner wall.
Or find out the city's been submerged in an ocean full of killer shrimp. I'm just saying, weird stuff happens to us.
We'll find Appa.
Yeah,
such a big
Appa's still AFK.
Where could someone possibly hide him?
Bruh.
Oh.
You wait. He's here. I can feel it.
Hello! I am showing the Avatar around Ba Sing Se. Welcome to our wonderful city. Shall we
Okay.
get started?
Dude, her smile is so big. She looks like a
It's
titan.
important.
You're in Ba Sing Se now. Oh, Ba Sing Se has many walls. There are the ones outside protecting us. Newest arrivals live, as well as our craftsmen and artisans.
I always heard it was so different from the way the monks taught us to live.
Now, come on. I found us some new jobs, and we start
Let's
this
see
afternoon.
Jet mess things up.
I thought we were starting over here.
Evidence I need, I'll report them to the police and let them handle it.
I don't know about that one.
This is the middle ring. Look, here's one of the oldest buildings in the middle ring.
You certainly look like official tea server. How do you feel?
Ridiculous.
I love how T is integral
This tea
to
is
Iroh's
nothing more
character.
than hot leaf juice.
And who are the
Secret
mean-looking
Service?
guys in robes?
Inside is the royal palace. Those men are agents of the Dai Li. They are the guardians of all our traditions. One doesn't just pop in on the Earth King.
Yeah,
Here
even
we
Avatar
are,
doesn't
your
get
new
special
home.
privileges. Oh, I mean, some privileges.
And should be put through in about a month.
A month?
6 to 8 weeks, actually. Really enjoy it here.
They'll
I
just
think
break
we'd
into
enjoy
his
it more
place.
if we weren't staying so long.
I'm sorry, but I haven't heard anything about a
Cat
flying
hawk?
bison.
Where you know?
He's pressed.
That would be illegal.
I
Dude,
don't
she's
know.
got you on
I'm not a
lock.
political-
Well,
You gotta
I'm
give her the
sorry,
boot.
no one...
Yo, but if the king's got Appa, it's a problem.
Hey, come with me.
I've waited 3 years to get this house. I don't want to get into trouble.
Get in trouble with who?
Shh. You like a pot of tea?
We've been working in a tea shop all day. I'm sick of tea.
That's like being sick of breathing. Have you seen our spark rocks to heat up the water?
You'll have to firebend, old man.
I borrowed our neighbors.
Ira probably knows.
I've got it. I know how we're gonna see the Earth King.
On a talent show?
The king is having a party at the palace
Oh,
tonight for his
party.
pet bear. The palace, we can sneak in with the crowd. Won't work. A real society crowd would spot you a mile away. You've got no manners. I've got no manners? You're not exactly Lady Fancy Fingers.
Ah, but you learned it. You could teach us.
Lord Momo of the Momo Dynasty.
The
Your
Momo
Momo-ness.
Dynasty.
Avatar, eh?
Katara might be able to pull it off, but you two would be lucky to pass as busboys.
But I feel so fancy.
Let's go. Sneaking in.
Wow, you look beautiful.
But you won't let this go, even though there's no real proof.
Well, maybe if you'd help me.
You've got to stop this.
You too
Maybe
fixated
you've
on
forgotten.
it.
Maybe you've forgotten about how the Fire Nation left us all homeless.
This is the best tea in the city.
The secret ingredient is love.
Tired of waiting. These two men are firebenders.
This guy really came out swinging, huh?
I know they're firebenders. I saw the old man heating his tea.
He works in a tea shop. Drop your swords, boy. Nice and easy.
You want a show? I'll give you a show.
Oh, okay, Zuko. Little does Jet know you're sick with the sticks. Another flashback? Wait, what? Oh no, we just transitioned.
No entry without an invitation. Step out of line, please.
Look, the Pangs and the Yumsoon Hans are waiting in there for us. I'm gonna have to tell them who didn't let me in.
Step out of line, please.
Damn, dude. Even out of your league for her.
Sir? I'm sorry to bother you, but my cousin lost our invitations. She's blind. Do you think you could help us?
I am honored. Please come with me. By the way, I'm Long Feng. I'm a cultural minister to the king.
I'm Hua Mei, and this is Dung.
Oh.
You must be getting tired of using those swords.
He's gonna get under his skin.
Bet you wish he'd help you out with a little fire blast right now.
Uh-oh. Now it's personal.
You see that? The Fire Nation is trying to silence me.
He's persistent. I'll give him that.
Where are Toph and Katara? Found us.
I'd know your little footsteps anywhere, Twinkle Toes.
Thanks for letting us in.
What are you doing here?
No, Aang.
The Avatar.
Now you've been exposed. His go-to airball.
Eugene.
Do they have a poster of Zuko?
It's true, sir. We saw the whole thing. This crazy kid attacked the finest tea maker in the city.
Come with us, son.
Was that a metal arm?
You don't understand. They're Fire Nation.
He's not wrong though.
Aang, the Earth King.
I get a feeling he's not gonna mess with Aang.
Let me go.
Oh, that's so sick. They're wooden.
Why won't you let us talk to the king? We have information that could defeat the Fire Nation.
The Earth King has no time to get involved with political squabbles.
This could be the most important thing he's ever heard.
All his duties relate to issuing decrees on such matters. It's my job to oversee the rest of the city's resources.
So the king is just a figurehead. He's your puppet.
Oh, no, no.
But we found out about a solar eclipse that will leave the Fire Nation defenseless. You could lead an invasion.
Enough. I don't want to hear your ridiculous plan. Constant news of an escalating war will throw the citizens of Ba Sing Se into a state of panic.
You have to believe me. They're firebenders.
Calm down. You're safe now.
Our economy would be ruined.
There's no war in Ba Sing Se.
What are you talking about? Where do you think all the refugees come from?
Ba Sing Se remains a peaceful, orderly utopia, the last one on Earth.
There is no war within the walls. Here we are safe. Here, we are free.
Kinda crazy.
You
Holy
can't
shit.
keep the truth from all these people.
But from now on, you will be watched every moment by Dai Li agents. If you mention the war to anyone, you will be expelled from the city. I understand you've been looking for your bison. It would be quite a shame if you were not able to complete your quest. Now Judy will show you home.
What happened to Judy?
I'm Judy. I'll be your host as long as you're in our wonderful city.
That's so funny. I did not expect him to go in this direction especially for a kids show. This one is called The Tales of Ba Sing Se. Okay, we're in the big city. The tale of Toph and Katara. Hey.
Toph, aren't you gonna get ready for the day? I'm ready. You're not gonna wash up? You've got a little dirt on your... everywhere, actually. I call it a healthy coating of earth. You know what we need? A girl's day out. Do I have to?
Bonding day? Bet. So I guess we're gonna be chilling here for the rest of the season.
The fancy
Would make sense. It
ladies'
seems like a
day
really big
spa?
place.
Well, that wasn't so bad.
Still being spied on though.
Great makeup for a clown. Don't listen to them. Let's just keep walking. Like that time you put a sweater on
Yo,
your pet
mind
little
your
monkey.
business. You should have kept your mouth shut. Excuse me? Toss him in the lake. Exactly.
I don't care what I look like. I'm not looking for anyone's approval. I know who I am. That's what I really admire about you. I'd return the compliment, but I have no idea what you look like.
Tale of we're just doing quick little stories with everybody. Okay. Give me that Arrow backstory. I've been waiting for more. Arrow's got a bop. Hey.
Falling so slow, soldier boy.
Soldier boy.
Marching comes marching home. Huge!
I'm through with you. The window won't be the only thing that's broken.
But not this time. Run!
Arrow did the dash. He's out.
You. Give me all your money. I'm mugging you.
With that stance, you are a much more serious threat.
Let me teach you how to bug me properly.
Much better.
Good, monsieur.
Of course.
This is so great.
Wait, how'd you heat up this tea? Probably like an anniversary of his loved one or something, or his son's death. Good anniversary. Oh, his son? Seems like it.
Happy birthday, my son.
Aww.
Leaves from
Bruh.
falling so slow.
That's so sad. Doesn't help that he's in Ba Sing Se too.
Brave soldier boy comes marching home.
In honor of Minkle. Tale of Aang.
You look hungry.
Hey again? But how are you going to transport all these wild critters?
Great with animals.
Cabbage Man. I feel like the Cabbage Man is Stan Lee cameos of the Avatar verse. I know this is a pretty quick story, but that's some heavy duty earthbending right there, no?
You should think about working with animals for a living.
The Tale of Sokka. What's it, hitting up the nightlife?
What's this?
Light, love, her
Oh, poetry slam?
Poetry. Ah! I am so sorry. Something struck me in the rear. I just wound up here.
Bars.
5, 7, then 5. Syllables mark a haiku.
They call me Sokka.
Okay.
That is in the water tribe. I am not an oaf.
Chittering monkey, he climbs treetops and thinks himself tall. Ooh. There's nuts and there's fruits. In fall, the clinging plum drops. Always to be squashed.
Squish, squash, sling
Bring
that
items in
slang.
this.
I'm always right back at you, like my boomerang.
Drop the beat.
Young ladies, I rocked ya.
That's one too many syllables there.
Get him out of here. Sokka can rap. That's canon. Ooh, we got a Zuko story.
Didn't I say don't look?
You're right, Zuko. Seems to me she has quite a little crush on you.
What's your name?
My name's Lee. My uncle and I just moved here.
I was wondering if you would like to go out sometime.
A love story? Sometimes you need a little break from the quest of the Avatar. Have some fun. This guy's going through bare hair changes.
Look at you.
Traveling around for a long time.
Why were you traveling so much?
Part of this traveling circus.
Can you show me something?
Whoa! I haven't practiced for a while.
Leave it. They aren't lit.
Oh, what could we do to fix that?
Close your eyes and don't peek.
No. Look at this guy. He's a Lovamon.
Oh, wow. What happened? How did they light?
I brought you something. It's a coupon for a free cup of tea. Don't think it was
So smooth.
Your uncle is a good teacher. Now it's your turn to close your eyes.
He's about to pull up into a battle stance.
I have to go.
How was your night, Prince Zuko?
It was nice.
Look at him progressing. You got another one? Oh yeah, Momo, what's popping today? Finding some good nuts. Oh, it's a dream sequence with Appa. Yo, we got a lead. Yo, our furry homies are not doing good. Unless he gets picked up and finds Appa. Or get chopped. Oh my god. Yo, free up the gang fine, my bad. I didn't mean to, we didn't mean to come after you, Skull. Let's go. We got a trail. And that was my reaction video to Avatar: The Last Airbender. This one was season 2, episode number 14, and season 2, episode number 15 here. And I think the very first episode here was really interesting just to see that I think this was probably one of the more complex episodes to the show for a few reasons. This entire time that we've been trying to get to Ba Sing Se, we thought it was going to be the place to, one, find Appa pretty easily, two, be the place where we would find allies who'd be able to stop the Fire Nation, clean and cut. We just go there, tell the king what's up, and dip. But as we found out, this was not the case here. I really like the ideas that they sort of touched upon here. Where our main characters are sort of from the outskirts, and this is the only real, I guess, metropolis or big city in the entire universe. So it makes sense that Toph would be the only person closest to this sort of city lifestyle, whereas Aang is pretty much like a nomad. He's been out on his own, and Katara and Sokka, you know, lived lived in the country, right? So I really enjoyed how they explored those elements this episode and really took their time. And I feel like they've jam-packed a ton of different elements into this episode, right? Ba Sing Se is obviously, as we saw from the outside at least, much more complex. They've got these sort of different gates to hold differences members in society, the lower caste to the higher caste almost. And it was interesting how they showed you that as the episode went along, the hyper surveillance. You know, this episode was actually rather creepy. Maybe one of the most real world stories of the show thus far here. The Ba Sing Se city almost reminded me of like China a little bit in the way how things are run. If I had to relate it to the real world, Ba Sing Se and how I guess more layered things are and how layered things are, and the king really isn't in control. It's more directors and the people in charge of policy that are dealing with the actual war, and he's an icon. I think that was a very interesting matter that also resembles the real world quite a bit. So it was really interesting to see that implemented into Avatar. We're gonna be spending a good amount of time here to get anything actually done, plus find Appa here. So speaking about the rest of the episode, because I think I really just did enjoy learning about Ba Sing Se as a city and his role. And well, it actually got really creepy towards the end of this episode when we had Jody literally just being replaced by one of the king's representatives. So and then Jet being hypnotized. I don't know what all that was about. We got a little 1984 over there, but Ba Sing Se definitely seems like an interesting city, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this story wraps up and what the characters are going to learn from it, because I think they are expecting to go in there and just get in and out fairly quickly and, you know, say we're the good guys, they're the bad guys. But I think what this episode did most importantly was show that it's not just the Fire Nation that they have to be worried about, and they're not just the bad guys, because even this, you know, Big Earth Kingdom clearly doesn't have your best interests in mind. We also had the other B story going on this episode of Iroh and Zuko becoming, you know, working at this tea shop in I think in the first layer of this, in the first wall of the city. I enjoyed how we had the freedom fighters trying to convince Jet that, you know, he's going too far again in his ways and is going to get him in trouble. And by the end of this episode, it did. He really went full throttle there and tried to, you know, push Zuko and Iroh to, you know, reveal themselves. And I gotta say, a lot of restraint on Zuko's end restraint for not, you know, revealing that he's a firebender, but also, you know, goes to show that he's not just that. He's developing, he's becoming a new character, and he's not only a great firebender, but he's a great swordsman, and that isn't his, that's, you know, just being a firebender isn't his identity. There's more to him. As we can see, he's also, you know, kind of a love him, as the next episode showed. So shout out to him, and I think that actually was one of the better fighting sequences we've seen in the show. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. Speaking on episode 15, this was a little bit more of a sporadic storytelling episode where we got a little bit of everybody, and I actually thought it was pretty potent for some of the characters here. I think my favorites had to have been with Iroh, Zuko. Absolutely loved that little story of the soldier boy with, you know, him reminiscing the anniversary of his son. Once they said anniversary, I'm like, okay, they're gonna tie this to something really tragic, like either his wife's passing away or his son. So I just think the way that they just made those quick little 5-minute stories have, you know, a good amount of impact, have some emotional impact, were great. Zuko's story was actually really cute as well, and them going on a date, and a nice good change up of pace for him. And I think goes to show that, you know, his heart is, no pun intended, warming up. And I thought the Toph and, you know, Katara's storyline was pretty wholesome as well. Them just having a girls' day out, getting pampered or whatnot, and them sort of having some heart-to-hearts with each other. So overall, I thought the first episode was actually really interesting in terms of the world building and just sort of giving a little bit more of a layered and complex storytelling for Avatar, and as well as our characters, you know, especially as being kids, them realizing that the world's a little bit different than they might expect it to be. So I think that was an interesting shakeup for them. And I thought the second episode, it was some nice little, you know, side stories that showed us some new things. And by the end of it, with the Momo episode, we had, you know, a better lead as to where Appa might be. So guys, that was my reaction video to Avatar: The Last Airbender Season 2, Episode 14 and 15. What did you guys think about this one? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. And what you guys think about Episode 14? Is there anything that you picked up there, like the creepiness to the Episode 2 as it was going along and we're learning more about the city? Obviously, there was this level of very high surveillance from the get-go. I'd like to hear what you guys thought about that one in the comment section down below. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next pair. Peace.